that. Look at that. I wasn't even, oh, I was probably counted in. I was going to say I wasn't. Because we got a new engineer on the desk. Lovely Misha here joining us today. One of our interns. Thank you, Misha.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can shout out Misha because Phil does it all the time. I'm so used to it. I'm your host, Chase Johnson Lynch, and welcome to Liverpool Community Podcast. And once again, I have an entertaining guest with you today, but also one of the finalists, again, for the Merseyside Woman of the Year Awards that are coming up June 28th at the Crown Plaza. And today I'm joined by the fantastic Ema Quinn.
Hi.
Old friend of mine, that's
Yes.
what I could say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we go way back. See, look at that. You hear my American accent thinking I'm from nowhere else, but I am from here. But Emma, like, fantastic. You, applied to be the choir manager for this very interesting choir that is on your shirt here, the Choir with No Name.
Yeah.
So can you please tell us, for those who don't know, what is the Choir with No Name?
So the Choir with No Name is a charity, and we run choirs across the UK for people who are either currently homeless, have been homeless, or are maybe marginalised in another way, or just struggling with the difficulties of life and need that or want that safe, supported and fun space to come to.
Well, singing is always a lot of fun.
Definitely,
isn't it?
yeah.
I mean, it's a great opportunity for people. But homeless, that's an interesting thing. Can you tell us about, like, who set it up? I believe you said it was Maria Benton.
Marie Benton, back in 2008. She was a professional musician. In London, yeah. Had a lot to do with choirs, but was also working in hostels at the time, and just decided to bring the two things together and see what happened, really. And it really took off.
I can imagine, because it went from London, from down south, up here to up north.
Yeah.
And everything. So it came to Liverpool, like, in 2014.
That's
around
right,
the time that you joined and everything. And then, but not only that, it's still running.
Absolutely. We're 10
And
years
expanding.
old. Expanding, yeah.
Tell
Yes.
us about the expansion.
So we've got 6 choirs currently.
Wow.
Over the next year, we're looking at opening 2 more choirs. And then over the next 10 years, we want to get to about 30 choirs. And the idea is that, every city ends up with a choir with no name.
Like that, they don't want much, huh? But you gotta have a plan, right?
You gotta have plans. You gotta have ambition.
You gotta have a vision. You gotta be working towards something and everything like that, which is really great. Because I mean, I believe you said that in the beginning, it started out with only like about 17 members, didn't it?
Yeah, for the first couple of years, we had about 17, a kind of an average of
Like
17.
a core group,
yeah,
that would always show.
yeah. So very, very small. It took a little bit of time to kind of find our feet, I think.
Yeah.
But then once it started to grow, it didn't stop.
Moving up to 40, 50, 60, right?
Yeah. So now we've got between 40 and 60 people coming each
Amazing.
week. So we make quite a sound.
I can imagine what kind of sound you're making. I mean, what do you guys do? Show tunes? What kind of music is your special?
We kind of work around well-known pop songs. So there might be a few kind of sneaky numbers that are thrown in there that are a bit more obscure, but
I
most
love my
of them...
karaoke, so I'm just asking.
Oh, you'd love us.
You know what I mean? You can say names, because as long as we don't sing the song, we don't have to pay them.
Well, lots of kind of your classics, but also lots of more recent stuff as well.
Oh, yeah, you got to stay current.
Yeah, definitely. And most of the songs are suggested by the choir members, but the idea behind it being kind of well-known pop songs is one, it's really good fun to sing those songs.
Yeah.
But also it's songs that a lot of us have grown up singing. We're used to that kind of the sound, the flow of them.
I just love all the music, I'm a pop guy. I mean, people don't believe it when I say it, but I mean, it's true. And it gives you that certain feeling and emotion. Probably with some of your people, do you think it takes them back as well?
Yeah, I mean, music's very emotive.
Yeah.
So, we'll be working on songs and people will have a lot of memories around them, sometimes good, sometimes bad memories. With the bad memories, it's nice to recreate a different connection to the song.
because also the community that you were building, and so they're also supported within that as well as
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Because as you say, you endeavor to create a safe space.
Yeah, that's what it's about. What tends to happen when any of us are going through a tough time in life is the first thing that leaves our life is fun and joy. And actually, fun and joy are really, really essential if we stand any chance of recovering, of picking ourselves back up again.
Yeah.
So the idea is that it's a safe space. It's supported by me and a team of volunteers. So if anybody's having a bad day, having a stress, a wobble, whatever it is, there's people there to help you out. And because there's that kind of safety net around it, you're then free to just have some fun again and laugh. We laugh a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think what's important is that the choir is self-funded, or is always raising funds for the choir, and like, you know, the intention is like not only just to create a safe space, but also, like as you said, like at the end of the rehearsals, you feed everybody a hot meal.
Yeah, it's the two kind of key things to feed our souls really are singing together and eating together. So while we're rehearsing, we've got our volunteers are cooking a fresh, gorgeous meal. We're very spoilt with our volunteers.
Really? Is it that good? Is it that good?
Absolutely, they're fabulous. And then we sit down together at the end of the rehearsal, like a family would, just a very large family, and enjoy the food and eating together.
I mean, I think that is amazing, because it also keeps people coming back. I mean, because you meet once a week.
Yeah.
You know. And as you said, I mean, this is like filmed in Liverpool. You meet at a place called the Quaker House for those who are aware of that in the city centre. But it's every Wednesday evening.
Every Wednesday evening at the Quaker Meeting House, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, big enough to support everybody and everything. But in that aspect is that what I just think is amazing is, as the choir has been building, making a name for itself, even though the choir with no name. You've been running or for the fundraiser big events. So one that you just did recently, which took them so long to get in here, is the annual Spring Big Gig.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So most of the events that we perform at, and we do, I guess, anything up to maybe about 18 gigs a year. So we gig a lot for a choir. But most of them are other events that book us to come and perform. So that might be conferences, weddings, celebrations, community events, festivals, all sorts of different things. But twice a year, we put on our own huge gigs, and one of them is at Christmas, and the other is the Spring Big Gig. So that was, we do that at the Everyman Theatre on Hope Street each year. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And it's a huge extravaganza, 2-hour show, and we always have a couple of amazing guest acts that come and join us
the fabulous Jennifer John.
We had the absolutely gorgeous Jennifer John, and a really lovely brand new choir that's just started over in Birkenhead, called Rec 41, and Rec 41 is a community kind of cafe space for people in recovery from addiction. So they've got this brand new choir. So
you work with other choirs as well?
Yeah, as much as possible. It's really nice to do that.
What do you mean? There are no like choir wars going on or anything like that?
No.
Because I mean, I'm good friends with Billy Huey. Sing me Merseyside.
Yes.
Give him a shout.
Yeah. Liverpool is saturated with choirs. There are so many choirs. It's just gorgeous. I know. It's amazing. And we really, really love to do joint choir projects. But with any choir that are out there, we're always interested in that. But one of the things that we do as part of our outreach work is try and support other choirs that perhaps have a similar aspect to us, and support them. So we'll do anything from full-on consultancy, working with them to help get them off the ground and started, or it might be just a more informal mentorship, or it might be just inviting them to come perform with us to kind of show what's possible 10 years down the line when you're
Hey, I remember that time when we were like,
when we were a baby choir, we know what that's like.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, no. I mean, I just think it's fascinating. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just funny. I was just thinking about Anchorman and like when they had the Anchorman Wars. I don't know if you ever seen that film, Will Ferrell. All right, there she's going on about those American things again that we don't know anything about. But what we do know about is the Merseyside Woman of the Year Awards. And here we go. Watch her face. Watch her face. You were one of the finalists and everything, and we've been interviewing several of the finalists on our show and stuff. So thank you for coming. And so, how does it feel to be nominated?
I'm always a bit embarrassed. It feels gorgeous. The fact that the nomination came through the members and our choir is very, very touching.
Yeah.
I'm often the one in the background running around like a headless chicken, sorting everything out and doing any crisis care throughout the week and that kind of stuff. So it's really nice to kind of very specifically, I suppose, feel that love that's shared, and that's really lovely. I'm not one for glitzy do's and all of that kind. I know. So I'm a bit uncomfortable about all of that side, but it's a much happier place to know that I'm just there representing the choir, and it's the choir team, and that deserve this award.
It's also like the women that have been nominated. It's like are doing like great work in the community, and it's really good that these awards are acknowledging that, And I know that you're a part of a team and you're working and so on, but it's the main thing about it is that it also acknowledges the organization that you're with as well.
Yeah.
And stuff. So, I mean, it's just fantastic work that you're doing,
And the majority of our team are women as well. So, it does kind of feel like I'm just the face of being there, and it is their award.
Well, speaking of spaces, I did this for the others, and I was like saying, because I'm hoping that somebody does this, right? So you ever watch the Oscars, like when they have like the squares up of each one, and the winner is, and then it's like, and then it's, I didn't get it.
Practice your response.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was saying, okay, please do it, put your pose up there, and, send it to me, then I'll put it all together like squares. And everything, and I just think it's just a fun thing. It's supposed to be a fun night because I understand you guys are getting together beforehand.
Yeah,
you get to know each other and all of that other kind of stuff, and that's another good networking opportunity.
Yes, definitely.
And stuff for people to just see what other people are doing. And it's fantastic. I think I keep saying it as well because I'm hoping I get a ticket. I know it's pretty expensive that night. I'm just saying. So what's next? Is what you've done before. So why don't you tell everybody about this crazy idea that you're actually recruiting. So you're putting the word out. You're recruiting for people to upsell down the what building is it again?
The Anglican Cathedral.
The Anglican. I thought it was the Canard building for once, but the Anglican Cathedral.
Yeah, so fundraising is a really important part of what we do because, of course, everything costs money, doesn't it? So we did our first abseil event last year, and we managed to recruit 20 people, and our target was to raise £5,000, and we raised £7,500.
Wow, check that.
So I'm very, very happy with that. Our upsellers did a great job. So this year we've upped the ante. We're recruiting 30 people, and the target is £10,000, which I think, we can do, right?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
It makes that, that's a big chunk of the money that it costs to run the choir each year. So,
of course.
It's really important.
It's a very important thing. We're having a laugh about it, but what I thought was funny was that you said that the choir will be down below singing for you.
So yes,
falling towards them.
So we serenade.
We serenade the fall.
So the choir is on the ground,
Yes, of course they are.
singing to our abseilers for that whole period of time that they're coming down, and the members have a bit of fun. We have a good laugh picking some relevant songs. Like last year, we were singing "Jump."
I said, and I gave us some suggestions to Chief Leaving Alone, but I was thinking about Free Falling or even Falling from Alicia Keys, you know what I mean?
We did Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and
Ain't no
things like that.
Ain't no far to fall enough.
So, but it's really good fun, and it's quite a party atmosphere, and everybody's there celebrating with the choir. And it's probably it was quite funny because our choir kept on stopping singing in the middle of the song because we'd all get so carried away cheering
Really?
the abseilers as they came down. So it's really good fun. Good party.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I think I may have to go out for this. This is going to be this year at this time. It's going to be on the 14th of September.
Yeah.
And everything at the Anglican Cathedral. We all know where that is, right there on the street and stuff. And I actually just shot a video in front of the Anglican Cathedral. So I'm wondering, what side of the cathedral are they jumping off of? Is it the one like is where the path is, or where it's even further going down into the graveyard?
It's from the very front. So the big arch, you come down the middle of from that big arch from about, I think it's 150 foot up. So
wait. You should give my face. Go ahead.
So it's quite a challenge, quite a fall. But nobody's falling.
No
People are on ropes.
There are ropes. Abseiling, Chase. Abseiling.
And you don't ever have to have abseiled before. You don't need any experience.
No, you don't. No.
I mean, you can either manage the ropes yourself or you can be lowered down. So it's really easy actually if you're brave enough. It's the fear factor.
Fear factor, exactly. I remember that show, and I'm a man full of fear. So before I let you go, you're also involved in another great charity. Wait till you hear about this one. The Good Gym Liverpool.
Yeah, so
that sounds great.
I also manage Good Gym Liverpool, and Good Gym has branches all over the UK, and it's about it's that combination of good and gym. So the idea is that if you want to get fit, rather than just going to a gym and expending all that energy, come and help out in the community. So we go to different community centres, nursing homes, school projects, all sorts of community gardens, and
you do the hard graft.
And we do the hard graft.
Don't leave it out there, because all of a sudden I'm thinking, hey man, I can do a gym without going to the gym. I'm there, and then
It's
I'm doing
about
the high graft.
Getting fit while doing good. Good gym. And it's a great team of
good gym,
people.
good cause.
Good gym, good cause, absolutely, yeah.
You can have that for free.
So there's lots of different community groups in Liverpool that maybe don't have access to a team of volunteers, or their volunteers are busy doing the kind of core work of that organisation, but we can come in and help out, and we graft. We work hard for people.
I can imagine. So how can, if I was interested in supporting Good Gym Liverpool, is there some kind of social media handles?
Yeah, if you just Google Good Gym Liverpool, or any search engine, all the search engines exist.
Generation?
No.
Just put it in Google. Don't you just do that?
We are.
You don't have a website like an Instagram?
We are on social media.
What's your
but if you go to the website, you can actually see what we're all about, and that's where you sign up and become a member.
So which one? The Good Gym Liverpool website?
Just Good Gym Liverpool, and it will come up with the website, and then you can join and be a member from there. Membership's free.
What about the Choir with No Name? Is that the same?
Again, if you Google Choir with No Name, we're on all the different social channels. We have an Instagram account that's actually run by our members themselves, and we have Facebook. I was going to say Twitter. It's not X.
No, or Threads. I'm not going to call Emma out. Just because she doesn't know how to operate the computer or the phone. Hasn't heard of Insta Reels or anything like that. I don't know if you even see this podcast then, but still, it's definitely a good cause. Definitely, as far as the Choir with No Name, it's a fascinating cause that you've been a part of and contribute to along with your team. and I feel that this award is well deserved. And I can't wait to see who wins. It's coming up soon. But thank you for watching and paying attention here to Liverpool Community Podcast. And Chase nearly choking to death and dying on camera. And Misha actually turned the camera on me. I couldn't believe it. But we had to cut that part, hopefully. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me here with Quinn.
Thanks for having me in.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It doesn't always happen this way. I don't always choke and everything like that, just for you. I needed an Insta reel for us in that moment.
A blooper reel.
Yeah, choking to death. So, all right. So, thank you for watching the Liverpool Community Podcast. And for now, we out of here.